Hey everybody, I am Utterless Moo, and this is Minecraft single player Let's Play. And so I've done a few things. I'm starting to move all the stuff into the storage room all the way on the other side of the castle, and I've brought a lot of the stuff back from the log cabin I made for a little bit because I just needed to take a break from this. And I noticed that I had a bunch of ender eyes, so I made some, ender pearls, so I made ender eyes. And we need like 10 of them, I believe. So we will be fighting the ender dragon eventually, just not soon. I also got the name tags, and I realized that you need to put them in the anvil, and I don't actually have enough levels, so eventually we will be working on those too. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that. For some reason I can't actually eat these. I don't know why. I can't eat carrots right now. I don't get it. Okay, I don't want that. Alright, so in this episode, we're gonna start just working on the I did upgrade the pick, so we do have more. Yeah, so it does have more durability. But in this, we're going to work just briefly, just build some stuff. I'm going to be building the path to the underground storage facility. And that's going to be fun. So I think what I was thinking is it's going to be probably about 3 by 4 wide, maybe. Let's do 4 by 4 actually. I might wall this off, and this can be just like its own little room. But we're gonna dig straight down, basically, and eventually we're going to hit a certain point. I don't know how deep we'll dig this, but we'll dig it, and it will then go down to this giant room where I'm going to have just a ton of farms, mainly like automated wheat, carrot, potato farms, stuff like that. So I never have, and I don't not have food. Because I haven't actually really done any farms on this, and I've kind of had this world up for like a year, and just haven't really acted on it. So we're going to act on it now. Just actually start doing things. I feel like I'm going to be making these like once a week, maybe twice a week. I've been uploading a lot of Walking Dead and Delver, which hasn't been getting a whole lot of views, but I guess that's expected. Delver hasn't really gotten any, so I don't know how long that'll continue. The most popular series I actually have is my is Fantastic Realms, and we just waltzed right on into here. So let's cover that up. I think that's pretty cool. Fantastic Realms is actually the most popular series I have going right now, just because all of Silver Shadow's friends watch it, and especially just the people on the server mainly. Just put that there. We're eventually going to coat this in things. But we're going to just build a bunch of farms here. Again, I said I was working on storage, and we'll be doing more of that. And it's weird because like I was just sitting there for a while trying to figure out where I even wanted to put my storage stuff, like where I wanted to store my items, and like would it be more convenient to have it at the lower level of a tower, or it was kind of just madness. I also lowered the roof on the towers a little bit, just because like there's no point in having all that space between the floor and the ceiling, and then at the very top there's like no space. So I thought just making it a little wider would be fine. Let's see. Maybe what I could do is I could just alternate it between brickstone and regular stone. That would look really cool. So like it'll start with brickstone and then it'll just come down a little bit. We'll get rid of all of that. It'll come down a little bit and it'll like alternate. That'll look really cool, I think. Let's see what else. But yeah, I've just been getting through the daily grind. Just whenever I get a chance, I'll record, and that's really it. I haven't really been doing much. Yesterday was the 4th of July, and I was watching fireworks in Virginia, Leesburg, Virginia, actually, and that's such a nice place. Like, apparently it has one of the lowest crime rates too, and so it's basically like super clean, super safe, great place to raise a family. So if you ever need to find a place to live, go to Leesburg, because it's a really nice place to be. But yeah, I enjoyed the fireworks a lot. I tried recording it, but some of the people I was with were like, "Oh, you know, he can hear my voice in the video," and I don't know. I was just like, "This is really stupid." That there's no reason for you to complain, basically. I don't know. That was my take on it. But I like the fireworks. I've always liked fireworks. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, I think we'll go a little bit deeper, and so like what I plan on doing actually is maybe I'm making this too wide, because I planned on doing not stairs. I planned on doing ladders. So maybe I'll just make like a huge ladder that goes all the way up across all 4 of them, and I would just jump basically to the ladder. I don't know, maybe I'll do that or water or something. I don't know yet. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I always appreciate those. Let's see. I've been wanting to work on an intro for this series, but I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see. Because intros take a while, and I'm not the most creative guy. Like for Fantastic Realms, that literally took like 2 hours to make, and I have not put that much effort into a video or into an intro in a long time. I love making intros, like I said, and I think I said it in a Fantastic Realms video, actually. But I really like making intros. It's just, I need to have ideas, I need to be creative, and that's not something I'm very good at. Which is why thumbnails are very difficult. That, and I lack the proper technology to make quality thumbnails. Because I'm sure I could figure something out if I knew how to. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, I think this is good. This is a quality length. Well, let's go one more, because why not? Let's see. I'm not feeling too well today, actually. I didn't sleep well. Like I talk in my sleep, I think, or at least I've been told that I do. And so like when that happens, like my throat kind of gets sore. Let's see what's the, oh, that's nothing. Okay, all right. So let's start expanding this a little bit. So I think we'll go up as far as I can reach. Will be the ceiling. But yeah, no, I woke up and I like had a sore throat and I was just like, damn, it's gonna be a rough day. Yeah, I really don't know what else to add to that. There was something I did want to talk about, but I forgot what it was. There's a cave around here, probably. Actually, yeah, no, there's a cave. There's actually one right around right around the little farm thing I made So I think we're probably going to run into a cave. I could probably do most of this work off camera, but I just wanted to sit here and talk with you guys and just see how y'all doing. There definitely is something I wanted to say, but I forget it. Something I wanted to talk about, but I do not remember. Okay, so let's light this up a little bit. I think we'll go out one more, and then we'll just start making tunnels, actually. This will be almost like a kind of station. I just thought of that idea now, but we're gonna make it a station. Yeah, but so what's weird is, I'll probably say this in Fantastic Realms, but like most people are actually gone right now. Like on the server, Greenbeard's gone. Silver Shadow's actually also gone. They're going to different states for various reasons. I actually don't know why Silver Shadow is in South Carolina right now, but he is. He's with a friend. I don't know the occasion. I guess they're just like, we're taking a trip to South Carolina. Let's bring friends. And he decided to go. That's big. That's big of him, actually, because like, he hasn't really gone that far in the world. Like, meaning he hasn't traveled a whole lot in his life. So I don't know. I think it's really cool, actually, because that's not something I did when I was his age. I didn't really get to go on vacations a lot and travel a lot with my family. It's the excuse we use, and this is actually a pretty valid excuse. But like my parents kept having children, and never really got a chance to like actually go places when I was younger. So, like now this is the first time I've been on the East Coast, and I'm like almost 21, so it's just really weird. I think it's not a bad thing by any means. My life has not been altered, would not have been altered really in any way. And also because of the lack of vacations, I'm not a big fan of traveling. Like, just because I haven't done a whole lot of it, I don't see a whole lot of excitement in it. Like, I haven't studied abroad in college, and I'm not going to, just because like I don't really have an interest in going international right now. Overseas, I just don't know. It hasn't interested me yet. I'd rather see more of the country first before I actually like go and visit other countries. So like I don't get a whole lot of kick out of tourism usually, because it's like, well, that's pretty cool. But I'm done now. It's a really poor attitude, I think, to take into traveling. But that's kind of how I take it sometimes. I mean, that's not how it is all the time, because there are some really cool things that I was able to see so far in DC, and I haven't been able to. That you don't really just get pictures. Don't say it all. Is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I'm not making a whole lot of sense right now. But that's it. Greenbeard's in Oregon right now with family, and that's also another state I've never been to. I haven't been to a whole lot of states, but he's going there for a little bit. I don't know when he'll get back. As you will probably see in the next video, we started to work on an amphitheater, and it looks so badass. We're working on it near my house, because he thought it would look great, and it actually looks really good so far. We just have the baseline, but oh my god, it's gonna be one of my favorite builds, actually, just because I like it. I like it that much. All right, so we're gonna make kind of like an intersection right around here, and I think it will lead, like one of these. I think it might be this one. Will lead to it'd be like a train station that'll take me to the other house that we started out at, and maybe this one too. Maybe both of these sides will be train stations. I'm disoriented. It's that side and that side, and then this will lead to farms, and that will lead maybe to more farms. I don't know. So for purposes of this video, let's just go in this direction for now. Also, I'm pretty sure there's a spider around here. I'll probably expand this entrance and make it look a little neater, but let's just get a baseline going right now. Let's see, what else? Oh, so, I'm not much of a cook. You probably know where this story is going, but I'm not much of a cook. I don't do a whole lot of cooking. The one thing I do know how to cook is omelets. So like when I'm at home or in Seattle for college, that's one of my go-to meals actually is an omelet. Like I'll eat that like at any time of the day basically. So I'm in this dorm like housing thing in DC right now, and I was trying to make an omelet. Like I bought a 12-pack of eggs and got some cilantro, and you know it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be a good time. And so I get to making the omelet, and we don't have any. We don't have a pan. We just have pots, and so I improvised and used one of the pans that's not like deep. Like it's not. The pot's not like that. It doesn't have a whole lot of depth to it, so it looks kind of like a pan. Kind of. But anyways, I use that. I also don't have like very big bowls, so I'd use like one of the smaller pots to mix the eggs, whisk the eggs. Is that what it's called? Whisk? Yeah. I don't actually have a whisk. I use a fork. Also probably not the best idea. But anyways, I forked the eggs, I guess. And so I just proceeded to make the omelet like I usually do and pour it in. And something else that's different between the stove that I have here and the one I have in my apartment is this one doesn't it uses like it's fire. It's not just gas powered. Like yes, that's what I'm trying to say is like you can see fire, whereas the pan that I use normally is like it just heats up metal basically, and that's how it works. But that's kind. I guess that's kind of irrelevant. Anyways, I was starting to make the omelet, and usually the yolk, the egg basically is, you know, it starts to solidify really quickly, but it was taking forever, and I was trying to pick it out, and I almost was able to get it out, but see, it's not a pan; it's still a pot. So it's still pretty deep, and you really have to reach in and like pull, like basically yank the omelet off, and like it was starting to stick to the pot, and so basically I just said screw it, I'm making scrambled eggs now, and those tasted so bad. I did such a poor job of making those. I could not eat them. They just tasted horrible. And then the worst part is I basically have to at this point I have to clean up the pot. Like I cleaned up most of it, but there's still some work to be done. And oh my god, it's almost been 20 minutes. I've just been sitting here rambling for 20 minutes. This is going to be the most uninteresting video I've ever done, and I do a lot of those, so we'll probably just leave it here. I think we're probably good here, actually. I might have to just start expanding this out now, because I don't want gravel anymore. So we're just going to expand this out. We're just going to make a huge room for farms and stuff. I'll do that sometime in the future. And we'll also work on the train station that goes in that direction. And I'll have to find a way back up because I did not think about how I was going to get back. Maybe I won't do this section. Maybe I'll just pull the wall back in a little bit and do it that way. Or maybe we'll do water. I actually kind of like the idea of water. We could just have it only like on this layer, this bottom layer, and then it'll just go down, and we'll make like a. Let's see. We'll actually start it right here. Like we'll just make it one, put it one in, like one deep, so the water will just land in here and not spread out everywhere. Do you get what I'm saying? Kind of like a fountain, basically. Like if you make a Minecraft fountain, that's how it would work. Yeah, and there's a cave around here, so maybe we could do a special caving episode as well. Okay, yeah, so maybe I'll do this. Anyways, I just have a lot of work to do, and I wanted to catch up, get an episode out, and yeah. So next time you see me, ideally we'll have a lot more work done on this. So yeah, as always, my name's Nick. Stay sexy, everyone. Bye. Hey guys, I'm back. The episode is not done yet, and I did a little bit of work. Made this kind of inefficient drop hole. I might add ladders here, I'm not sure. But this is kind of what I was getting at, and if you can kind of see, I did the, kind of made it look a little rugged, kind of just randomized it a little bit. I think it looks really nice, actually. I did the same around here. But this is actually the second time I'm recording this bit. Because the first time I was about to make a wheat farm I created quite a while ago, and I realized I could just make it bigger. And I spent the past 2 hours working on this, trying to perfect it, and my god, water is a pain in the ass. I'm always going to beautify this a little bit, but this is the model I'm using. It's kind of old school. It's kind of not the most efficient thing, but they're all gonna fall into these hoppers ideally. I've not tested it out with wheat yet or seeds. I've just used regular items. I've only tested it with one item actually. So let's see what it looks like. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Awesome. Awesome. Let's check the hoppers. Still need to connect it to these two chests, but actually I think we'll be good. I don't think we'll need these, but that might change. I might also expand it to make it longer, but I don't want to deal with it right now. I'm content with this. I'm going to beautify it a little bit, and you'll see the progress of that in the next episode. But yeah, sorry for rambling for like 20 minutes. I just needed to talk and do things, and I don't know. This is a good outlet for me to just be able to just talk. Oh, don't go in the hopper. Alright. Yeah, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys are liking Walking Dead and Delver. Probably gonna not do much of Delver anymore. Realize it wasn't the greatest. I'll be doing Fantastic Realms in a little bit. Just I was more focused on a lot of other things in my life. Just haven't had the time to sit down and do that. I've been focusing a lot more on this actually than I have on the multiplayer. But yeah, definitely continuing Walking Dead, and I recorded probably about 5 Dota games with friends last night, so we'll definitely be playing a lot of Dota. Definitely see a lot of that. The most previous episodes or those 5 are actually like really, really exciting, really hilarious too. I had a lot of fun playing with friends, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay sexy, everyone. Bye.